Hello everybody and welcome back to Battletech, where we are about to do this priority mission, War Council. This includes travel to Weldry, so off we go to Weldry. It'll take us a little bit to get there, 19 days. Not too bad. That'll give us time to get our Victor and our Catapult up to speed and get our library completed as well. So that will be great. And off we go in our fancy Argo. Hey, the library is done. Okay, let's go ahead and get another ship upgrade rolling then. And let's think about, I think, just more morale. I think we go for the improved library next. 450,000 C-bills, that's not too bad. Keep us above 3 mil. Active subscriptions to a variety of ebook services, periodicals, and Trivid channels make the library even more appealing to everyone. A jump ship pilot told me there's an off-the-books digital distribution service. They get Trivid and books from dropships and sell them under the table. It would be more interesting than the decade-old mech magazines Yang keeps putting in the library anyway. There we go. Good job, Yang. Decade-old mech magazines are everyone's favorite reading, I'm sure. So the catapult will be completed here in just a moment. That'll be a solid upgrade over our quick draw that we used as a fire support for literally one mission. As I drop my phone. Excellent. Okay, catapult is good to go. It has both more damage per turn in that it has 5 additional missiles, and it also has more total shots. So 18 rounds of ammunition. And of course, by rounds, I mean 18 turns worth of ammunition, assuming we're firing every turn. Now, we did make it more of a specialist and less of a generalist, but that's okay. Our Lance seems to be doing quite well so far. Hey, it's poker night! Darius is prowling outside our quarters as we return after dinner. Poker night. Darius first insisted because he said it would help keep his skills sharp. He doesn't always win, so perhaps he's right. It's usually the senior staff he ropes into playing, although occasionally some other lucky crew member or guest is invited to the table. But you're the boss. He can't make you play. We'll play casually this time. We played to win last time. This is just a friendly game, Darius intones as he shuffles the deck. And thank God for that. Yang clicks his ambergris vermouth with your cup and looks at his hand. His eyes widen immediately. Ah, poker night. We keep an eye on our cards, but soon we're pulled into a conversation with Yang about the rarity of functional quad mechs. Darius is displeased at how lightly we're taking the game, but it's not clear why until Yang notices the pile of chips he'd been absently collecting all night. Wow, says Yang. I guess I got lucky tonight. Sumire taps her own small stack of chips. We're all lucky. If Darius had the cards you were just flashing around, we'd owe him our shirts. The company gains a +1 tech point boost for 7 days. Sweet. I mean, we're not actually going to be using it, but I guess that's fine. We are now at Weldry. So let's see what this War Council has to say, shall we? We've arrived at Weldry. Ready to proceed? Yes, we are. Hey, a cutscene.
And I promise you that our forces are maintaining a firm upper hand against this false restoration, thanks in part to the support of our newfound allies in the Taurian Concordat. Just today, those allies, led by the heroic Commodore Samuel Osterman, liberated my own daughter, Victoria, from insurgent captivity. And though the fight was hard, our new friends won the day through the strength of their courage and the virtue of their purpose. Soon, we will end this war. And when we do, we will turn our attention back to the expansion of our industry and the betterment of our people. Long live the Taurian Concordat, and long live the Oregon Directorate!
So Victoria's back. That'll be fun. War Council. In orbit, Weldry. Anna Maria. I summoned you here to discuss long-term strategy, but we have a crisis to address. You've seen my uncle's broadcast, what Ostergaard did to Lord Corrosis, what his soldiers are still doing to the people of Smithen. I'm honor-bound to ride to their defense. Kamea, you've got much bigger things to worry about than Smithen. I won't mince words. Your cause is very nearly lost. With only a small fraction of their fleet, the Taurians have you dramatically outgunned. Given the chance, the Iberia alone could break your army in two. Why are the Taurians fighting for the Directorate? If you're looking for proof, I can't help you. But I can tell you what I think is behind all of this. The Perdition Massacre. I believe that House Davian's attack on the Concordat created an opportunity for Espinosa. And unfortunately for us, I believe that he's taken it. You think that Espinosa offered them his support against the Federated Sons. In a manner of speaking, yes. Protector Calderon believes that a Davian invasion of the Taurian Concordat is imminent. In the Directorate, he sees a convenient pawn, and a buffer to protect a poorly defended stretch of the Concordat's border, not buffer. If the Directorate's weapons have been coming in from the Taurian Concordat, I imagine that they've had a secret agreement in place for some time. Yeah. That timing makes sense. By arming the Directorate, Calderon would be fortifying his own border against invasion. When Espinosa learned about Castle Nautilus, he must have used it as a bargaining chip to get the Taurians into the war on his side. In a limited intervention, but yes. Calderon would have leaped at the chance to claim an SLDF armory. With a major war imminent, the capture of a fully stocked outpost castle could have provided the Taurians with a major advantage. I said major instead of tremendous. Whatever. But we destroyed the armory and killed their soldiers and, apparently, destroyed one of their dropships on Anvelt. I suspect that your problems with the Taurian Concordat have only just begun. If Commodore Ostergaard wants to hurt us, he has to find us. The Reach is a big place. Of course it is. That's why Taurian battle mechs are sacking Smithen, even as we speak. He's trying to lure Lady Arano to him. It's a deliberate provocation, Kamea. You must realize that. We fought against the Taurians on Artru. We know what we're up against, so let's talk about how we're going to win this. Not through direct confrontation. If we let Ostergaard bait you into attacking him on Smithen, you will die, as will Lady Arano. This isn't hyperbole, Kamea. You will die if you take the field against him, and your restoration will perish with you. What would you counsel me to do, then? Nothing? Would you have me sit on my hands while a Taurian butcher murders the people I've sworn to protect? I would advise you to lead your army wisely, and to stay out of battles you cannot win. Kamea, listen to me. There is still hope, but you won't find it on the battlefield. The alliance between the Taurians and the Directorate is tenuous, far more so than they would have you believe. Protector Calderon knows what kind of man your uncle is. We could turn allies into enemies if we play our cards right. Calderon is supposed to be a sharp guy. It doesn't take a genius to see that trusting a usurper is a dangerous move. No, it doesn't. And even as we speak, my agents are digging for information that will open a rift between our enemies. For what it's worth, I'm confident that they will find it. But none of this will mean anything if you let Ostergaard goad you into a suicidal charge. So I beg you, ignore him. Stay away. She can't do that, Lady Centrella. If you'd been here before we liberated this system, if you'd seen the things we've seen, you'd know better than to ask. I appreciate your advice, Anna Maria. But if I were to follow it, the Arigan people would lose faith in me, and they'd be right to do so. I owe it to them to be better than that, and so I will fight, but not in the way our enemies expect. Tell me what you mean. Ostergaard expects me to deploy my army against his forces on Smithen, to lead from the front, as I have done in our battles with the Directorate. You've convinced me that this is a risk I cannot take, and so if he expects me to come at him with a hammer, I will use a scalpel instead. I trust that your company is up to the task, Atraitus? My company, alone, against a Taurian assault force. It'll be an adventure, Lady Arano. That it will. And I'll be guiding you on the comms every step of the way. You have my answer, Anna Maria. I won't take the field myself, and I won't redirect my army, but I'll be damned if I let Ostergaard's troops slaughter my people without a fight. Your mercenaries have been one of your key advantages in this war, Kamea. By doing this, you're putting them at grave risk. But if your heart is set on returning to Smithen, I am powerless to stop you. Instead, I'll wish you good luck and take my leave. I'll be in touch when my agents know more. But please, Kamea, stay safe. I don't know if I can stabilize the Reach without you. I won't let Ostergaard kill me, Anna Maria. I promise. Lady Arano's contract to repel the Taurian assault on Smithen is ready for review in the command center. We should follow up when you think you're ready. Okay, so, I mean, our lance is stronger than it's ever been. Oh, this is only 3 skulls. We'll be fine. No worries. Off we go. Deeply unconcerned if it's a 3-skull mission. Hey, the improved library is done. And the financial report as well. Okay. That all looks fine. We will continue to go normal. We are putting our morale money into ship upgrades instead. So the next one is an upgraded lounge. A few couches and a table don't make for much of a social space. Drinks, 2D video screens, and a sound system, on the other hand. The engineers were wondering if they could schedule a regular Trivid event. There's this show about mercenaries during the Civil War, and their mechs are supposed to be historically accurate. They'd like a space to watch stuff like that. Right. Sure they would, Yang. Okay, so let's continue our travel to Smithen. Real quick. Smithen... Actually, hang on. I want to check something really fast before we proceed. Smithen is a desert planet, right? That's Lyriton. And it's got... Hang on. Tropical world? It's not actually telling me. Oh, our priority mission is all the way over here. Gotcha. This is Smithen. Arid world. Okay. With that being the case, we need to address one particular mech, specifically the Victor. Our heat efficiency is clearly insufficient on this mech. I feel like the SRM-4 doesn't actually do too much. So we'll drop the SRM-4. We'll put on a pair of heat sinks. And then, do we have another good hard point? Not really. I mean, we could put on an MG. That's half a ton. And then, is MG ammo only half a ton? Oh, that's a full ton. Okay. We could instead just put this into armor. That'll be fine. We'll just try to space this evenly. I wish there was an increase all frontal armor by 1 pip button. That'd be nice. So we didn't have to fiddle with this. But it's fine. We'll do the legs, and then an extra 2 in the center torso. There we go. So this will now be much more heat efficient. We won't have the SRM-4, so we'll lose a little bit of firepower, but I think ultimately being able to fire our lasers and our AC-20 more consistently will mean more damage output. There we go. And it's done. Excellent. Okay, so we will be in Smithen the day after we finish our upgraded lounge, so that's fine. So I do wonder what we're going to be running up against over there. That'll be very, very interesting to be sure. But now that we have a catapult, I mean, the only mech that we don't have an assault variant of is our fire support mech, but now that we have an actual dedicated heavy fire support mech, rather than repurposing a quick draw or using a trebuchet, we'll be pretty good on that front. 2 LRM-20s is pretty potent. So we'll stick with the catapult unless there's like longbows or something like that. I'm not sure if longbows are in this game, but we'll find out eventually. I mean, I could consult the mech list, but that seems like work. And that is just something I'm not interested in doing. This is why I play games on YouTube, because it's definitely not work. But hey, our lounge is done. Okay.
Hey boss.
So let's hop on over. There we go. What to do next? Improve our drive system? Probably. 720k. 30% travel time reduction. Let's do it. The Argo can, in a pinch, generate quite a bit more thrust than it first seemed. By repairing a number of drive subsystems meant to increase thrust efficiency, it's possible to get the Argo up to an uncomfortable 2G of sustained thrust. The Argo's drive is far more powerful than I suspected. We may not ever bring it completely back online, but for now I can increase our thrust. While 2G is not comfortable and the crew will complain, we'll cut our travel time significantly.
Roger that, Commander. I'll get
There we go. Excellent. And we are at Smithin as of right now. Fantastic. Yes, we are ready to proceed with our current contract. And so we shall. If it goes. There we go. Okay, Glitch. You'll be driving a catapult. 320 tons. Excellent. We're at 4.5 skulls of drop tonnage. So at this point, I feel like we can probably pull off basically any difficulty. The major thing that we would be lacking in is speed for a couple of particular mission types. But ultimately, we can largely just avoid escort and convoy ambush missions, and I think we'll be fine. I don't really care for those missions too much anyway. I just find them a little bit unfun. But then again, I find very boring things to be fun, so there is that. Like spreadsheets. I like spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are awesome. Okay, so what do we actually have to do here? Because this could get rather exciting. We need to protect the Corrosis dropships. At least 2 dropships must survive, and we need to protect the fuel reservoirs. In the wake of Commodore Ostergaard's initial attack, Taurian battlemechs have continued to wreak havoc on the general population. We have dropships en route to evacuate as many refugees as they can carry, but the Taurians will target them if they get the chance. I need you to deny them that opportunity. If Ostergaard were pulling this anywhere but the Reach, the whole inner sphere would be screaming about war crimes. We can't let the Taurians get away with what they're doing here, Commander. Punish them for it. Okay, so we need to defend some dropships.
Command interface initiated.
The spaceport in front of you is packed wall-to-wall with civilians, most of them refugees from the capital. The Taurians have been targeting them as well as enemy combatants. I need your help to keep those people safe until we can evac them to safety. We have 3 of the late Lord Corrosis dropships en route to assist with the evacuation. The captain of each vessel will call in on approach. Shepard 1 will be heading for docking pad Alpha. Shepard 2 is set to dock at pad Charlie. Shepard 3 is heading for pad Bravo. You'll need to keep the enemy's eyes on you and away from the docking pads. Above all, you'll need to keep them from firing on the docking pad's fuel reservoirs while the dropships are being loaded. Any hostiles that you fail to engage will almost certainly target the fuel tanks. If they manage to take one out, the resulting explosion will wipe out everything nearby. Dropships, refugees, you name it. You can see a fuel tank's estimated blast radius in red on your screen. That is quite large. Okay.
Good luck, Commander. The Taurians aren't going to make this easy.
So,
Protect our ships. Help them get
these
our
guys are
people
the
home
enemies? Okay. And he's going to start immediately attacking this fuel reservoir, isn't he? Actually, doesn't look like it. Okay. So we've got a Panther and a Thunderbolt here. We have a lot of turrets around here as well. Light Shredder turrets. Okay, let's take a quick look at the terrain. They're not going to be coming in that way. They could potentially come in over here. They could potentially come in here. And they are currently coming in here. So I think we need to be prepared to defend here. There is a road here. So we need to be prepared to defend here. And of course, we obviously need to be prepared to defend here. Okay, this guy has a bunch of evasive pips. He sprinted in. I feel like we focus fire on the Panther right now with our catapult, since he has no evasive pips right now. As long as you keep attacking those hostiles, they won't be able to focus on the fuel tanks. Keep pressuring them, Commander. And so we shall. He's already unsteady, but he'll get to move pretty much right now. Oh, the Striker's gonna move. Okay. Okay, he used up an evasive pip on the Jenner. That's good. Okay, Thunderbolt's moving in. He did not fire. The Striker is going to come up here, hopefully use up another evasive pip on the Jenny. He did, and he exposed the structure there. Look at all of these things that we get to move. Okay, that's a Battle Master.
Orders.
Behemoth, I want you to get up here.
I copy.
What is your chance of hitting this Jenner with your AC-20? It's the question. And the answer is pretty good. I like it. Fire.
Let's see how you like this.
Yeah, right in the center torso. He has 5 hit points left there. Okay. Lasers attacking that Thunderbolt. That's fine. Okay, we are going to finish off this Jenner as soon as we can, at least. We'll head up this way. We need to push out so that hopefully they can't get past us. So, we have to have at least 2 escape. There are 9 total hostiles. Secondary objective for all 3 to escape. If there are 9 total hostiles, and 4 of them are here, then where's the other 5? That's the ultimate question. Well, we'll take out this Jenner right now. It should die here.
All weapons committed.
Or, you know, not. 5 hit points. I mean, a stiff breeze will kill that Jenner at this point. One of these turrets will hopefully kill it. Yeah, there we go. That turret finished it off. Okay, Decker.
What's up, boss?
It is now your turn. I kind of want you to sprint up this way. There's forest there, but I think just get in between them physically. You'll have a bunch of evasive pips, so hopefully you'll be able to dodge a couple attacks. There we go. And here comes some lasers from our turrets, but they missed. They used up an evasion pip. That's fine. Shepherd 1 is incoming. Full burn approach. Destination, Pad Alpha. We've got enemy flankers incoming. Engage them before they take out our dropships. So yeah, they're coming in this way.
All fire on those dropships. Take them out, or you'll have Ostergaard to answer to.
Okay, so here comes another Jenner. So we now know that 5 of their mechs are coming in this direction. Here comes a Panther. Is he going to fire? Okay, there's a 30-tonner over here. Gotcha. Okay, well, we are pretty much right at the 25-minute mark, so I think I'm going to call this a cliffhanger. And I'm going to put a cut in here, and next episode, we will see about defending this territory. I'm not liking this flanker out here, but we'll see what we can do about it next time. See you all then.